In a rare and quiet sighting, Jin, the eldest member of BTS, was seen at Incheon International Airport carrying a single bag in his hand. Unlike his usual public appearances that often draw massive crowds of fans and media attention, this time the scene was markedly different. There were no banners, no screaming fans, and no official reception waiting for him. Jin walked calmly through the terminal, his face partly obscured, choosing simplicity over spectacle. Speculation quickly spread online after a handful of photos began circulating, showing Jin dressed casually, holding his bag tightly as he proceeded directly towards security. Many wondered whether this unannounced travel had any connection to his busy schedule as both a solo artist and brand ambassador for global companies. However, BigHit Music released a short statement hours later, clarifying the situation. According to the agency, this journey is private. We kindly ask for fans and media to respect Jin's personal time and space. The announcement instantly shifted the tone of discussion. While Jin has been one of the most visible members of BTS since completing his military service, this trip underscores his need for privacy amid constant public exposure. The absence of fanfare at the airport may have been intentional, a deliberate choice to maintain peace and protect his schedule from leaks. Industry observers note that such private travel could be tied to ongoing solo projects, undisclosed brand partnerships, or even personal family commitments. Yet, the silence around the details only adds to the mystery, fueling curiosity among ARMY and entertainment journalists alike. What remains certain is that Jin continues to command attention even when he actively tries to avoid it. This low-profile appearance offers a rare glimpse of Jin outside the spotlight. For a global star who is accustomed to stages, flashing cameras, and fan chants, walking through the airport with nothing but a bag in hand reminds everyone that even the brightest icons sometimes seek quiet moments away from the noise. The mystery surrounding Jin's latest travel has sparked intense speculation among fans and industry watchers alike. With Milan Fashion Week approaching, many have questioned whether Jin's sudden departure might be connected to his role as global brand ambassador for Gucci. His past appearances in Paris earlier this year already established him as a major force in fashion, and insiders believe a Milan debut could elevate his presence even further. Others suggest the trip could be linked to music-related ventures. Jin has been steadily building his solo career following his discharge from military service, with projects ranging from his EPs Happy and Echo to sold-out global tours. A quiet trip overseas could hint at a recording session, a secret collaboration, or even preparations for a special stage ahead of BTS's highly anticipated 2026 comeback. There are also whispers of personal reasons. Jin has always been vocal about cherishing time with family, and given the absence of media or fanfare, some speculate this could be a private vacation or a chance to reconnect with loved ones away from the cameras. The bag he carried, modest, with no visible branding, only reinforced the notion that this was not a staged appearance, but rather an authentic, unplanned glimpse of his life. BigHit's firm statement labeling the trip as private adds to the intrigue. Agencies rarely issue comments unless there's a significant reason, leading some to believe that the company is deliberately guarding a sensitive or high-profile schedule. For fans, this secrecy is both frustrating and exciting. On one hand, they crave to know more, but on the other, it amplifies the anticipation of whatever announcement may come next. What stands out most is how Jin continues to command global attention without even trying. A simple walk through an airport, with no entourage and no flashing lights, has managed to set off international conversations. It's a reminder that Jin's star power is not only in what he reveals, but also in what he chooses to conceal. As of now, neither Jin nor BigHit have disclosed where his flight was headed or what the trip entails. Yet one thing is certain. Whether it leads to Milan, a recording studio, or simply a personal retreat, the world will be watching closely for Jin's next move. The silence that surrounded Jin's airport appearance speaks volumes about the unique position he now occupies in the entertainment world. Unlike idols who must constantly broadcast their every move to remain relevant, Jin's influence allows him to exist in two worlds at once: the dazzling stage of public adoration and the quiet sanctuaries of his private life. What astonishes observers is that both sides of his existence generate equal levels of fascination. His simple decision to appear at an airport without fanfare has made as much noise online as his most celebrated performances. It is this paradox, fame that thrives even in absence, that sets Jin apart from countless other celebrities. Analysts argue that Jin has mastered the art of selective visibility, an approach that gives him greater control over his narrative. By choosing when and how to appear before the world, he preserves not only his mystique, but also his humanity. In doing so, He challenges the modern celebrity culture that often demands constant exposure at the cost of authenticity. The question on everyone's mind remains unanswered. Where was Jin going, and why did BigHit feel compelled to confirm the privacy of his journey? Was it to shield him from potential leaks about an upcoming project? Was it to protect him from overexposure in a year already packed with campaigns, endorsements, and awards? Or was it simply to grant him the rare luxury of being Kim Seokjin, the man, and not Jin of BTS, the global superstar? Fans worldwide, however, have responded with a mix of curiosity and respect. While hashtags and speculations continue to trend across online platforms, a large number of ARMY have echoed Jin's own words from past interviews that true support sometimes means giving him space. Their reaction reflects the extraordinary relationship Jin has cultivated with his fandom, one built not only on idol worship but on mutual trust, empathy, and protection. Industry insiders note that this incident reveals the scale of Jin's cultural power. Even when he avoids cameras, the story finds him. Even when he walks alone, he is never truly unseen. This rare dynamic illustrates why Jin is more than an artist. He is a phenomenon who reshapes the very nature of fame in the 21st century. Perhaps the most telling detail of all was the bag in his hand. For casual observers, it was a simple travel accessory. For devoted fans, it became a symbol, a reminder that no matter how high Jin soars on the world stage, he remains grounded in everyday gestures. Unlike red carpet glitz or heavily stylized campaigns, this moment at the airport showed him in his most unfiltered form, quiet, determined, and human. As speculation intensifies, the world waits for confirmation of his next appearance. Will it be Milan Fashion Week, where Gucci could unveil its most powerful ambassador in front of the European elite? Will it be a secret studio session for his much-rumored solo project? Or will it be a personal chapter he keeps forever hidden from the public eye? Only time will tell. What cannot be denied is that Jin has once again proven his ability to transform even silence into spectacle. Every step he takes is amplified. Every absence is noticed. Every rumor multiplies his myth. In a world where celebrities fight for visibility, Jin has become the rare figure whose greatest power lies in restraint. And so, as he disappears from the cameras and boards his flight with no entourage, Jin reminds us that true stardom is not measured by how often you are seen, but by how deeply you are remembered. Wherever he is headed, one fact remains undeniable. Jin does not follow the spotlight. The spotlight follows Jin. The narrative of Jin's quiet airport departure ultimately underscores the evolution of his identity as a global icon. No longer confined to the expectations of constant spectacle, Jin has entered a rare echelon of celebrities whose very absence becomes newsworthy. When other stars must saturate the media cycle to remain relevant, Jin has mastered the opposite. His mystique grows stronger when he chooses silence. This power, this ability to captivate through restraint, is what sets him apart not just in K-pop, but in the global entertainment arena. Cultural critics point out that Jin's private journey mirrors the transformation of celebrity culture itself. Audiences today crave authenticity more than performance, humility more than constant publicity. Jin embodies this shift seamlessly. Whether he is performing before thousands, fronting campaigns for luxury brands, or walking unnoticed through an airport, he remains consistent, grounded, genuine, and unafraid to reveal that even the brightest stars need moments of solitude. The global fascination with Jin's airport appearance also speaks to his role as a symbol of resilience. After completing his military service, he did not just return to reclaim his place. He came back stronger, more diverse, and more commanding than ever. Every project since then has been a testament to growth, and even a private trip like this becomes a continuation of his narrative. A man who balances the demands of superstardom with the quiet dignity of his own humanity. For the ARMY, this moment is bittersweet. They respect his privacy, yet their devotion compels them to seek meaning in every action. The sight of Jin carrying his own bag becomes an emblem of simplicity. His decision to travel without a crowd becomes proof of his humility.